There, we're recording for people who can't make it. So this is our November team call for those of you who are new. For those of you who I haven't met, my name is Brittany. I am a doTERRA Diamond leader, and I am super passionate about educating women on natural health, natural solutions, but also teaching women especially how to live a life by their own design, how to create the life they want and really live out their dreams. That's what I've created for myself, and it is now my duty to teach other women to do the exact same thing. So just some stats, because this actually, it made me cry writing this all down this morning. And the reason why is because I never in a million years imagined this happening, this growth this quickly. One thing that is quite astounding to me is actually the fact that we have 70,000 in volume running through our business monthly. And one thing that was really interesting to me, and I didn't even know, was the fact that other network marketing companies who celebrate millionaires, so Beachbody is one that's big on celebrating millionaires, Asagenics, that is $1 million in volume that travels through their business in the whole entirety of their business. So I'm just going to mute everybody. I don't have to do this. So I didn't know that. I thought that it was in terms of earnings, but a millionaire in another network marketing company is say they've been in the business for 8 years and they hit the millionaire status. That is $1 million in volume through their business through the entire duration of their business. So we have $1 million in volume running through our business currently on a yearly basis. Like, that's astounding. We are up. We are up as a team 25% in terms of wellness advocates. So we had 133 advocates this month, and that number is just going to drastically grow from there. Our team volume, like I said, was 69,500, which was up 41% from the month before. I was excited to hit the 60 mark, and then you guys just blew through it. It was insane. We had 38 rank advancements. We're up 81% from last month. That's insane. We had 2 new silvers. We had a ton of elites. We had a ton of executives. This growth, guys, just so you know, is unheard of. Like, this is unbelievable. We have a team currently of 1,350 is what we're sitting at today, which is like beyond my wildest dreams. So this is huge, and I'm sure a few of you actually have noticed that there's been massive growth. Last month with the BOGOs was probably this is the biggest month we've ever seen, and it's really, really crazy to me that this just the growth that we've experienced. It still blows my mind. And so I wanted to hop on and share with you guys why, first of all, now is the time to start with doTERRA. Now is the time to share your asses off and to really get the word out. So I wanted to share why. I wanted to share what my route was to Diamond this past month. Basically, some steps I took, how I determined it was the time, and what the steps were once I did realize, like on the 17th of the month, that this might be our time to go Diamond. And just some different tips and do's and don'ts. So I first wanted to start off with this promo. Have you guys seen this? Okay, I just saw it like at 6 o'clock. Don't know where I was. Like, I was clearly living in a bubble. But this is a promotion that doTERRA is offering. And so it's, I'm going to break it down in the next one. But it says, we want to show our appreciation by offering you the gift of health. So if you place a 100 PV order between December 1st and 31st, you receive a free bottle of On Guard Protective Blend. This is for people who have not been active in doTERRA. This is for people who've ordered, or who haven't ordered, since August. So if you have people in your organization, which I would highly suggest pull up who, I'll show you guys a recorded video showing you how to pull up this stat. But if you have people who haven't ordered since August, and you reach out to them and say, hey, if you place 100 PV order, just a one-time order, just reactivate your account, you receive a free bottle of On Guard, okay? If they make that order an LRP order, doTERRA is also going to give them a bottle of Breathe, okay? If they place that as a 125 PV order, they get the On Guard, the Breathe, and the Holiday Joy. If they then decide to up that to 200 PV, they get the On Guard, the Breathe, the Holiday Joy, and the frankincense. So really, guys, we should be blasting those people who haven't placed an LRP order since before August with the fact that they can place an order and receive 4 products. So my strategy around this would be to create an advertisement, whether that's you sharing this and taking a picture of this and posting it in an advertisement kind of explaining it, or if that's you recording a video and sending that to your organization. If you guys, a big thing that I focused on for my diamond path was the fact that I didn't have to focus on enrollments, and that I actually had a team of 1,300 people underneath me that were already enrolled. So they love their oils, they use their oils. Why do I have to enroll new people? Why not just add value, offer more product, maybe offer some promotions to the people that were already in my organization? So I'll go into this in detail after, but this is just a really fantastic way for you to add value to people who've already enrolled with you. They clearly already have that relationship with you. They've built that trust. So why not just keep it simple and work with people who are already in your organization? That makes sense? What do I have on here? Just clicking through, seeing who I have. I haven't seen everybody's faces. All right. So this makes sense. You guys can actually find it. It is on the doTERRA page. You can peek through there and see what you have there. Let me see. I'm getting background noise. I don't know who it's coming from. There we go. Okay, sweet. Just figured out how to mute everybody. Okay, so this is something that I would highly recommend you guys pulling up tomorrow and start working on now, right? Because if this is a month that you want to rank advance, working with the organization that you already have is going to make things a lot easier than fighting for new enrollments, right? Because sometimes, new enrollments take some time. New enrollments aren't something that you're all of a sudden going to reach out to somebody sometimes, but reach out to somebody and all of a sudden they're enrolled. It is a relationship that you need to form. Like I always say, 80% of sales happen between connection 8 to connection 12. The average person, I'd say 99% of people stop at number 1 or number 2, right? So that's where we swoop in and we start building that relationship. But when you are ready to rank advance, somebody you've just formed this connection with isn't necessarily going to jump in with 2 feet. It's taken me with some people 2 years of building a business for them to sort of build that trust in me. So this is sweet. So On Guard, Breathe, Holiday Joy, and frankincense. It's phenomenal. For us who are wellness advocates, and who say you have somebody who is on an LRP order already, they get the Holiday Joy, the diffuser ornament, and if you up it to 200, you get a frankincense, which is sweet. So for those of you who are thinking, I want to rank advance and I'm ready to go, or I want to start a doTERRA business, if this is the starting phase for you guys, why is now the right time? And any of you guys can chime in who are building a business, chime in, type in the chat why you believe now is the right time. But in my opinion, there's nonstop growth. At our post-convention tour, we did a a little pre-meeting, and Jared drew, so Jared, our general manager of Canada, drew what our chart looks like in Canada. And it's like literally like this. It's such a big, epic mountain that we're climbing up that it's insane. The amount of growth that we've experienced in Canada is nuts. And less than 2% of Canadians have been introduced to doTERRA. That's crazy. So when I have somebody who says to me, oh no, it's totally saturated, or everybody knows about doTERRA, I shake my head, because really, we haven't even touched the surface. I talk to people on a daily basis who don't even know what essential oils are. So for us to start introducing people to not only oils, but to doTERRA, it's such a great opportunity right now. People are just now starting to see the value in essential oils and natural health products, thanks to things like Sage and Amazon selling oils and Walmart selling oils. People are like, oh, it sucks. And I'm like, no, it's amazing. It's really great that these places are now opening up selling oils, because it's bringing people's attention to it. People are starting to question what they're using on their body. And it's your opportunity for you to swoop in and say to them, this, like, here's the best of the best. Here's why, and introduce them to oils. People have their eyes open already. It's now our chance to educate and to do work our magic. And this astounds me. The Canadian market is just getting started. For those of you who were involved in the BOGOs last week, you saw firsthand that the Canadian BOGOs sold out. They totally underestimated us. They sold out. The last one sold out by 9 o'clock in the morning. Like, some people snuck one in the afternoon, but we physically could not keep product on the shelf. Okay. So when you see, I just wanted to this is kind of off topic, but I've seen a lot of complaining and negativity around the speed of shipments, or things not being in stock, or the system's not updating fast enough. And I actually, thank God that that's happening, because it just goes to show how fast we're growing, that doTERRA physically can't keep up with us in terms of their systems. So have a little patience, guys, and just take that as a positive, because it's amazing that we're growing so fast, that doTERRA is working on so many different systems for us now, because we're growing at this rapid speed. Okay. So how can you educate people? How can you share that now is the right time with people? And it's by adding value. So I've seen some people, and I totally understand that it's almost people get desperate, right? During the last push towards the end of the month. And so my biggest thing, and something I just recorded a high-level leader call on month-end tips that some of you might see in your inbox. But one thing that I really, really believe in is the fact that, and I'm going to have Cheryl pop in and share her 2 cents on this as well. But for me with month-end, I avoided posting promos on personal pages. I didn't want to throw that stuff in people's faces. But instead, I posted my favorite recipes, my favorite blends, my favorite oils. I threw as much value into the last week of the month as I possibly could, to the point where people were like, oh my God, I can't even keep up with all these new things you're posting. I need these oils. And they were like all over it. I led with lifestyle, right? I posted promos. I had promos coming out my yin yang, but I had them privately in events. I had them hidden. So I found a lot of time. I'm actually coaching a few girls right now that are not on our team, not on even the Wealthy Babes team, on totally different teams in doTERRA. And it's funny, I can hop on a call with them and tell them, lead with lifestyle, don't post promos, this kind of stuff. And they're so desperate to hit their rank that all I've seen are these promotions posted. And so for me, A big thing in terms of our team and a huge stand, like for us, the big thing that's we stand out is because we're not posting these promotions. We're not posting salesy stuff. We're sharing. We're truthfully sharing what we love so much with other people and adding value. So I say add value, value, value. Like literally throw value at people as much as you can. And by value, I mean post recipes that are your favorite. When I follow up with somebody, I always start the conversation with, hey girl, I was thinking about you. Here's a body scrub I think you'll love. And I throw that in there. I don't even say anything else. And I'm like, have an awesome day. And they always reply back. And then I throw the promo. I stick the promo in and say, hey, that body scrub that I just told you about, we actually have that oil on promotion or whatever. So, but start with value, lead with service, right? For those of you who are involved in church, like you guys know, or you're religious, you know that in terms of religious belief, we say you lead with service. You share as much as you can. And what comes after that is, okay, whatever happens, happens. But I always lead with service, lead with value, and shift your energy from a place of annoyance or desperation to one of service. And they need you. Like, guys, we are so needed. That's how I start my day every day. I'm like, who can I serve? I am so needed. Who am I here to service? Right? Let me see if I can, I'm just going to stop sharing for 2 seconds. And now I can see everybody. Now is Cheryl still here? Cheryl, can I unmute you?
Yeah.
Hey, girl.
Hey.
I just wanted you to, so Cheryl is a new gold leader on the Wealthy Babes team, who's our upline, Geraldine Powers team. And gold is such a monumental rank in doTERRA. It's really the rank when things really start to change for people. It's the rank when I left my full-time job. It's the rank that my leaders really stepped, like it takes a lot of work to get a team to gold. I will point blank say that. Cheryl can agree, I'm sure. Because it does require 3 leaders. Not 3 legs you've built yourself, 3 leaders, because you can, but building to gold yourself is quite difficult. It's tough. And so one thing that I really admire about Cheryl is the fact that she has a fantastic team. She's a fantastic leader. And we were chatting a lot towards the end of the month, and Cheryl, you killed it. So I just wanted you to share your strategies, because I do know that you were like me with diamonds, stuck for a lot of volume. And I just wanted you to share how you shifted away from the desperation to more of a place of, I love how she's driving. This is amazing.
I know. No,
to more of a place of service.
Yeah, I've just got my daughter holding the phone, so I'm not not driving and using my cellular device, just, you know. Well, I have to say, honestly, when it came to this rank, I like you, I wasn't really gunning for it. I didn't think it was going to be a possibility for me. And then just like you, it was the volume was coming in, and some of my leaders were really stepping up, and it was late in the month that I kind of decided to make that push. And I actually had a pretty unique experience, because I did go through kind of phases of desperate, where it's like, okay, I'm going to throw this huge promo out there, and I think I think people kind of felt it, to be honest, because I did a big promo thinking that would be, you know, an effective way to market to a variety of people. And I got some response, but nothing like what I was expecting. So I really had to step back and reevaluate how I was going to come at this. And I think that exactly what you said, it just came from trying to really connect with people instead of having that focus of, okay, I've got to have this volume and so on. So I you know, did some promos that were tailored to certain groups of people, connected with some people that I'd sampled before, reached out to people who had reached out to me, lots of that kind of thing. Really started to focus on the relationship building, and that was way more successful than, you know, the first promotion that I did. Now, mind you, it took an awful lot of hustle. Like, as you can probably see, like I'm in almost complete darkness, and you can probably still see the bags under my eyes because, no, it's fine. Because it was a big push at the end of the month. But yeah, I think pushing away from that big promo, because I did do that and it didn't resonate. And I think once I really started reaching out and reconnecting with those relationships, I think that was the key for me.
I love that. Yeah, it's funny because like it's funny, I shifted a lot into the masculine going diamond. I did a lot of promos, but the promos that I thought were going to be like, oh yeah, I'm going to get like 5,000 in volume, like this is going to be sweet. People were like crickets, because I recognized that I was forcing it. Like I was literally pushing the rank, which I always say not to do. I was doing everything I said not to do. It was a learning experience. But yeah, I love that, Cheryl. If you have any more tidbits, you can pop in. But I wanted to hop and just sort of share with you guys my journey to diamond and what this month looked like for me, because it didn't look like I thought it was going to look. Like I said, I had no intention of hitting diamond. It's funny right now looking at my vision board said October 31st, but my whiteboard said January 30th. And clearly I passed October 31st. It didn't happen. And I even had a conversation with Cheryl. I had a conversation with Geraldine. I've had a conversation with quite a few people. And they're like, oh, when's your diamond date? And I said, oh, January 30th. Like I'm pushing it. I'm not stressing. And the one thing that I was stopping me from going diamond, and for those of you who, you guys, you're all on Geraldine's team, you know, Geraldine speaks from this place. But I really needed to develop myself before I could go diamond. I did a lot of I took from between platinum to diamond, I actually took more time off. I relaxed a lot more, but I was pouring into myself. I was meditating a lot. I was practicing yoga again. I was exercising like it was nobody's business. I was eating well. I was pouring into personal development and bettering myself, because I knew that the leap from platinum to diamond, yes, was a silver leg who was there. I had Kelsey is my silver, and she was there. She was working so hard towards silver. But regardless of if that fell into place or not, I couldn't go any further because I had hit a wall. I hit this wall that would not allow me to go beyond it until I started working through some of the shit that was building up. So a lot of times people, and I'm sure some of you have hit this point in your businesses where you start building and you hit elite or you hit premier or even earlier, and stuff starts to come up. Limiting beliefs start to come up. All kinds of stuff comes up when we're trying to improve ourselves. And so for me, I built to platinum without having to go through a lot of that stuff. I built really quickly, and so I kind of just threw it to the wayside. And then I hit platinum, and it was like, holy crap. Like, I was an emotional, like, wreck. I had so many limiting beliefs and lack of confidence come up that you guys wouldn't even, like, it was insane. And so I knew the jump from platinum to diamond, yes, was, like I said, a silver, but it was also going to be me working on myself. And so I did that. And I didn't intend on being ready this month. But ultimately, I do believe that it was just the universe, whatever you want to say, telling me that it was time. So I logged in last Tuesday, and I logged into my back office, and I usually wait until the 15th of the month. And what I do is I take my calculator, I take my whole back office, I pull up either my detailed genealogy or my tree, and I look at what my goal is so diamond, which is 4 silvers, and I look at what volume I need. So I'll write out my whole tree, not the whole thing because that's insane, but I'll write out my 4 leaders and their 3 leaders. And then what I'll do is I will write the volume I still need to get to that rank. So for instance, I have a silver with 3 elites, and I'd write, okay, I still need 2,000, I still need 1,000, and I still need 500. Just so I know, I have an idea of where this volume has to go. So I did this for diamond, and at that time we were 14,560 short, okay? I crapped my pants because I've never been that close to diamond. I was like, oh my God, it's a stone's throw away. Like I can see it. And I basically set out to see if I could fill in that volume. So I worked with my leaders. I worked with the places in my business where we were short on volume. And I worked very closely I had my 3 silvers, and I worked really closely with Kelsey, who was working towards silver. And we worked one-on-one a lot that past week. And it ended up working. But I will say to you guys, I had no intention of this happening. It happened, it fell into place, and in turn, it really helped me to hit diamond with ease. I hit it very simply. I wasn't up until midnight on month end. I hit with 48 hours to spare, and I was able to celebrate you guys and your rank advancements and the other team's rank advancements because I was able to hit it so simply. And I truly believe it's these here that helped me the entire way in determining if I was even ready. So 3 reasons you're not going to hit a rank is lack of planning. So really just not knowing what you need, high expectations, and a lack of follow-up. Okay, so lack of planning, high expectations, so totally unrealistic expectations, and a lack of follow-up. So I probably could have fought my butt off for diamond a few months ago, but it wouldn't have happened so easily. So for me, I sit back usually at the beginning of the month and I look at, what do I want to do this month? Is it realistic for me to go for my next rank? Should I solidify what I have? And I will be honest with you guys, I hadn't even solidified my platinum before going diamond. So I hit my platinum, I hit my gold, and I hit diamond. Just because it was just our team was ready to go for diamond. But one thing I want you guys to do, so do it right now. Let's just do a quick exercise while we're chatting. But I want you to determine why you want to rank advance. So you can write on pen to paper or whatever you want to do. Determine why, if rank up month is this month for you, why? Is it because your team needs to see it happen? Is it because you really need the income that comes with that rank? Is it because you've really worked on bettering yourself, that you're ready to take on that added leadership role, because that's what comes with the new rank? What is it? And one thing Geraldine taught me really early on is do not hit a rank for the ego aspect of it. I emailed her when I was going platinum and it never happened. But when I first was going platinum, I emailed her and said, I need to hit platinum. She's like, why? Like, why? Like, what is your ego telling you you just have to hit platinum? Why do you want to hit the rank? Another question you're going to want to ask yourself is, do you have the time and energy this month set aside to make it happen? So one reason why January was my diamond month initially was because I knew with Christmas this month for myself and a week of holidays after Christmas that I probably wouldn't be able to do the push. But what I do love about hitting a rank is that you always solidify the rank before it. So you always will solidify the rank before it. So if you're not a steady silver, hitting gold is going to solidify that silver rank for you. Okay? So do you have the time and energy set aside this month to make it happen? If you don't, like me, like the situation that I was in, it might still happen, but it might not work as you had it planned. And then is your team ready to do this with you? Because it's not a one-man show. Gold above require a team, right? Even Premier, we say Premier, Gold, and Blue Diamond are the hardest ranks to hit. Because to hit Premier, you require 2 leaders or 2 legs underneath you doing something. So is your team ready to become involved with you? Is your team ready to do this with you? Okay. So what it might look like, what might rank advancing look like for you? And this is the standard. My rank advancement month did not look like this. And I will be totally, as we walk through, I'll be totally transparent with you. I often say if you're looking to rank advance, you want to teach 6 to 10 classes that month. Because what happens is as you teach 6 to 10 classes and tell your team that you're doing that, your team is going to start to duplicate what you're doing. So if you're teaching 6 to 10 in your rank advancement month and your team's like, okay, I'm going to rank up with you, they're going to be teaching 6 to 10. Right? So if you have you and 3 leaders teaching 10 classes monthly, that's 40 classes a month. That's the potential for 400 people to be introduced to essential oils by just your team. Say you had 10 people at a class. Like, look at it that way. That's how I like to look at things. I'm a numbers girl. Right? So say you're introducing that many people and say, I don't know, even 50 of them enroll, right? That's an absolutely incredible time for you guys to rank advance. I host online events, lives, and series the months that I want to rank up. You will notice strategically planned, but I decided on Monday basically that I wanted to rank advance and had been sort of dabbling in the idea since the Friday before. Well, I launched a series. Last week I launched a series. I did a series on basically high vibe living. I strategically did that. I threw that in there. It took 10 minutes, 20 minutes maybe out of my day. And I was able to add value to people. I wasn't closing sales. I wasn't doing any of that. No sales came out of it. But I was able to practice that adding value. It looked amazing for me to be offering such free value to my entire organization and community. Okay. I followed up daily with anybody that I had ever chatted oils with. Okay. So one technique, and this is something that I absolutely love to do, is to go into my inbox. You can do this on Facebook or email or both, and type in oils in the search box and hit enter. And it's going to pull up every email and every message where oils have been mentioned. And the cool part is that you can actually reply to people that way. It might be somebody you totally forgot to add to a follow-up list, right? And that's what I love about follow-ups is that you are constantly having new people to follow up with. And then you can prepare promos or online events to create added volume. So my team knows the areas of my business where I needed volume, know some of the promos and online events that I had created. I did promotions around, first of all, products that I had laying at home. So this is a big one that I believe wholeheartedly in, is people like free stuff. If you need to sort of boost some volume in an organization, say you have 5 or 6 extra Serenity laying around, or even like 2 lavender, I'll often offer a promo and say 2 available, like the first 2 people to reach out to me get that promotion. So you're not investing any money because you have the stuff just sitting in your drawer, right? It might have cost you initially, but it's just sitting there. So it's no money off of your credit card to get the products. I'll also create something, some sort of piece of value. So I have an ebook, and it's an ebook that I've created that took me maybe, 4 hours to create. that I offer for free to people who enroll. That's another little incentive you can offer. People will often talk up a lot, like the wellness consult. Like, you get a free call with me, 30-minute call. And to be honest with you, I actually charge $150 an hour for coaching calls. So I'm like, it's $100 value. Like, that's an hour or half hour of your day that you're spending with somebody. So it's huge, right? So I'll often say to people, you got a free call. That's amazing. And people are often really excited about that. So preparing promotions and online events is an amazing way to bring in any added value. I did a promotion, so I actually offered my own BOGO, which brought in almost 4,000 in volume. You guys do not underestimate the power of a BOGO. My own personal BOGO. The BOGOs from doTERRA brought in 10,000 in volume that week. I think probably even more. And then I did a point matching promotion, which I'm not going to go into detail. It's more of those of you who are silvers and above will receive the video. But that was another way that I brought in a lot of volume. Okay, so there are some techniques that you can use to create, to add volume, to create momentum. But basically the logistics and what it took for me to hit diamond was breaking everything down. If I didn't have everything broken down in front of me so I could actually see what I needed, I never, ever, ever, ever would have hit it. That's just how my brain works. I think in a logistics sense. So one thing that I do, and this right here is a prime example of like actually what I did. This was actually posted in, Ange Peters, our upline, has a high-level leaders group. And I actually posted this in the group and said to them, once again, some sort of lack of confidence, but is this possible? Like, I was like, can I do this? Like, do you think it's going to happen? Because as you can see, I was short, quite a bit short. So one thing I love to do, whether you're going elite or you're going triple diamond, I don't care what it is, you need to have a visual of your organization. So you need to have something like this drawn out on a whiteboard or a chalkboard or a big Post-it note or anything board, just so it is visual to you and is something that you can regularly change. Okay, so this sat on my desk and I had my whiteboard, and every day when I checked, I crossed out that number, put the new number, crossed out the number, put the new number. To the point where I was like all the way at the bottom and I had my everything broken down. But a great organization is a great leader knows where everybody is in their organization. Okay? Everyone. So that if you need volume in a leg or you need, you want to add value to somebody, you know where everybody is in your organization so that when they order, you know where that volume is going. Okay? It's a big thing. One trick, and this is actually, for those of you who are familiar with Ange Peters' team, this is a tip from Susan on Ange's team. And her and I had a chat actually the other day before I was hitting diamond, and she offered some advice and said to treat the second last day of the month as if it were month end. And I'm sure Cheryl can agree with me on this, that month end, as you're going silver, gold, and above, is insane. Like, it's craziness to the point where you're up at 3 o'clock in the morning, sometimes still putting orders in as you're pushing to hit your rank. And so for me, treating the second last day of the month was such a great way for me to have less stress, to be less desperate, to not push as hard, and to sort of just let things fall into place. Okay? And the third thing I did was set a visual cue as a reminder of what I was striving for. So as you can see in the picture, I bought a diamond hat. I actually bought this hat 6 months ago. And it sat on the edge of my desk last week on top of a bottle of champagne. I had the hat, champagne, it was all sitting there as a constant reminder of what I was striving for, what I was working towards. Literally the moment that I hit diamond and it showed in my office, that bottle was popped in my office. I didn't even go downstairs. It was warm and I was drinking it. I didn't even care because I was so excited. And I had worked so hard that week to earn myself that glass of champagne. The bottle of champagne, I mean. So for me, it was one of those things that I had this visual cue constantly, that hat. A second I hit diamond, that hat went on, and it was just something that was fun for me, right? Another thing I did is I printed off a blank check of what I wanted my earnings to look like this month. And we plastered it everywhere. Like I had it on my desk, my computer, my iPad, my kitchen, my car. I had this check everywhere. Just so I was constantly reminded of what I was creating for myself. Okay? Do you guys have any questions? Do you guys have any habits like this? Of things you guys do when you're ranking up? I hate when I can't see everybody. So frustrating. I'm sure there's some of you who are weird like me. And then I threw together some don'ts. And these are things that I've learned from not our team necessarily, but from coaching others in this industry as a whole. And I've had some very interesting conversations with people this week who were forced into hitting a rank they didn't want to hit. And who do we have chatting with me? Yes, I am a visual person. I love that, Erin. I'm such a visual person. Having it in front of me is amazing. But a few don'ts that I wanted to offer you guys as you have leaders on your team, just a few things that you don't want to do. And I've tried them. I've really tried hard to build a team, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. And sometimes ranks fall into place and sometimes they don't. But my goal is not to push somebody or pull somebody to try and do something that they're not ready to do. Okay, so a conversation that I have with people sometimes is if I'm ready to hit a rank and somebody else isn't. So for instance, this is just an example. It's not actually the case, but say Kelsey she's like, I don't really want to go silver this month. Like, it's not my goal. I just don't, Premier is what I have my heart set on. That's what we're going to work towards. I cannot expect Kelsey to build to silver just because I want her to build to silver, right? If you have your heart set on something and you have a goal set, of course, you're set on your goal. So it's not her responsibility to hit silver so that I can hit diamond, right? It's my responsibility to work with her to get her towards silver. So one tip that I have for people is don't pull your teams or push your team to hit a rank for selfish purposes. Okay, if you're going premier and you have nobody in a leg, it's not their responsibility. Like, it's not that person in that leg's responsibility to fill in all that volume. If it's for you, if you really want to hit a rank, you're going to do what it takes to hit that rank. So be willing to fill in the remainder of that volume. Don't act desperate and phony. Do you guys know those people who literally blast online the last day of the month just trying to get that added volume? I'm sure I have a lot of friends in network marketing and they literally blast my Facebook. It's quite insane because I know they're trying to meet a quota, right? And I'm doing the same thing, but we're just doing it a little bit differently. And then don't lose you along the way. So don't lose who you are just to hit a rank. It's not worth it. It's really not worth it. It's really, in my opinion, the rank is just the rank. You can be a diamond months before you even hit diamond or years before you even hit diamond. It's don't lose you just to work towards a name or a label. Okay, if it happens, awesome. But don't lose you and your sense of being and who you are and who your team is just to hit that rank. And then my last tip is you all have to make this blend. I was introduced to this blend by Ange Peters when I went platinum. And she had us hop on a call at 6 o'clock in the morning and showed us this blend. And we all made it. And it was my savior for hitting platinum and now hitting diamond. I have it here, and I have it, where's the other bottle? I have it here. And it's by my side at all times, and I apply it. And the reason that it works so well, see, everybody has their magic. The reason it works so well is frankincense is grounding. The dog's snoring. So funny. Frankincense is grounding. It's also a very spiritual oil. It connects you to whatever you believe in. Clary sage is a very feminine oil. Wild orange is uplifting. Peppermint's energizing. And lavender is going to calm you the hell down when things get a little bit overwhelmed. And guys, I usually go through a roller per rank advancement. It's a bit nutty, but it works. It's really, really good. I do a 10 mil roller, and I do about 20 drops in this size. That's for a diffuser, this recipe here. For this, I do about 20 drops each, top it with coconut oil, and you're golden. Alrighty. Do you guys have any questions while we're here? I know there's so many of you. I can't see all of your faces. You guys can unmute yourself if you have any questions or want to chat. We have some wicked leaders on here. Any questions, guys? Nothing? Bueller. It's like when I do a Q&A online, I'm like, nothing? Like, I feel so awkward sitting here in silence. I actually wanted, Kate, do you mind sharing? You don't mind talking, do you? So Kate's actually from, she's a new leader on our team, but she's actually from USANA and has a successful business with USANA. But I kind of wanted you to just share briefly with people who don't have network marketing experience, because I also came from another network marketing company. Do you see a massive difference in things with doTERRA, or are things fairly similar with how they're run? Like, what are your thoughts?
From what I've seen so far, you can hear me okay?
Yeah.
Wonderful. So what I've seen so far, all network marketing companies are very, very similar. We all build very similar ways because network marketing works. There's no secret to that. It works. It's people who don't work, right? So that's the thing that you have to remember. A lot of companies are built the same, but between the companies, like, yes, there are differences in the way that things are built, the way that points are allocated, the way that dollar value is allocated. But it seems that the structure that you guys have is just incredible. Like it makes like solidifying that much better. Like it's a great company. So I'm excited.
Yeah. Do you see a difference in the community aspect of things at all?
I see more sharing, which is nice because you do get a lot of salesy people. It's a different market, right? It's a completely different market. It just depends on what it is that your person's looking for.
Totally. I love it because it's such a mesh between USANA is very the masculine, right? Mm-hmm. You're selling products. You're selling doTERRA, you sell products, but you sell more proteins and vitamins and things like that. And then you have the doTERRA aspect of things, which is very feminine based. But I love that. It's really, it's so great to, it's such a great mesh. I actually have a girl who's with Beachbody who just reached out to me, and she's like, I'm able to offer the workout aspect of things. She's a superstar diamond, the top level with Beachbody. And she's like, I really, really want to do this, but we have to figure out a way, because you can offer both aspects, the workouts, the eating, and then offer the internal health and the removing chemicals and stuff as well. There's no stopping with this business. It's quite insane.
And it's very applicable too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So good. Let me see. Thanks so much, Anita. This, you're so right at more value. I think people are listening even when they don't think they are. Model. Fitness and oils. Yeah, Erin's our fitness girl. I'm so stuck on my limiting beliefs. Manifesting in this call is really what I needed to get myself going. Good girl. I love it. Yeah, limiting beliefs are something you definitely have to work through. I have them constantly. Like, I am not perfect by any sense of the word, and I work through limiting beliefs constantly. I do a lot of one thing I really learned, and this might help anybody who's dealing with limiting beliefs, was I recorded on my phone affirmations. Do you guys use affirmations at all? Like, could be anything. Like, it could be I am beautiful. But for me, my affirmations this month were, once I decided I'm going diamond, I just recorded them. But I was like, I am a diamond. I bring in this much money a month. I attract business builders to my team, like, with ease. I recorded this on a video, or a voice note. And as I would sit at my desk, this sounds so creepy, I would listen to myself on repeat. And you wouldn't even believe the shift in my energy when I heard those positive affirmations entering my mind. Just hearing myself say, you're a diamond. Like, I am a diamond. I make 10 grand a month. I do this. I serve this many people. People come to me. And I will say this month was my highest enrollment since I went gold. Like, I had 18 enrollments this month. It was kind of crazy, but I think it was these positive affirmations. You just have this constant positivity running into your head. I am worthy. Yes. Big one. Alrighty, guys, I'm going to end that for you guys here.